Today, I want to share something you can't miss. Have you ever noticed that the cards of each suit, from ace to 10, tell powerful stories? I bet you've always seen them as separate, independent images. But what if each card wasn't just a random picture, but a step in a much larger story? What if by looking at a card without knowing what came before, or how it could shape what comes next, you're actually missing something important? Think about it like this. Imagine watching one random scene from a movie you've never seen. Sure, you can describe what's happening, but would you really understand it? Probably not, because without the story behind it, it's just a moment. You might explain the scene, but you'd miss the context, why it matters, what led to it, and what it means in the bigger picture. Now let's go back to the cards. When you place the cards from ace to 10 in order, something shifts. You stop seeing isolated images and start seeing a story, full of turning points, challenges, growth, and resolution. I'll give you a few examples of how a card might seem on its own, and how the full story adds depth and changes its meaning. You don't know the suit stories yet, so let's imagine we have a deck of cards based on Cinderella's tale, and draw some cards at random. The first one shows the royal servant fitting the glass slipper onto Cinderella's foot. On its own, it might seem like a simple act of kindness, right? But when you know the whole story, all of Cinderella's struggles with her step-family, you realize that this moment represents not only the belief that dreams can come true, but also a confirmation of Cinderella's identity and the recognition of her true worth. Another card shows the fairy godmother transforming Cinderella's rags into a beautiful gown. On its own, it's just a magical moment. But knowing the story, you see that this transformation isn't merely about appearance. It represents Cinderella's chance to be seen, to shine, to break free from her harsh reality. The last one shows Cinderella running down the stairs. On its own, you might see her trying to avoid someone, or perhaps just in a hurry. But when you know the whole story, you understand that she's desperately trying to escape before the magic disappears. The clock is ticking down on her brief moment of freedom and happiness. You can probably see what I'm getting at. When you look at a card by itself, it just looks like a single image, nothing more. It lacks the depth of the full story. But when you place it within the context of Cinderella's entire journey, its meaning shifts, and only then does its true significance come to light. The same thing happens with tarot cards from ace to 10. Each card is a snapshot, and without knowing the full story, you might completely miss its real meaning. I'm excited to walk you through the stories of the swords, cups, wands, and pentacles, stories that explore the power of the mind, the depth of emotional growth, the drive to build and create, and the pursuit of purpose. But those are for other videos to come. Stay tuned and take care.